The Antichrist. There's much speculation about this, about the mark of the beast, etc. Well, let me tell you folks, Antichrist is here. We know there will be eventually a full vision of the Antichrist. But if you go to the letter of John, that's 1 John chapter 2 and verse 18. Now John wrote this when he was approaching 100 years of age. Okay. 1 John 2:18, little children, it is the last hour. And as we've heard, the Antichrist shall come. Even now, there are many Antichrists, by which we know it is the last hour. See, John was, in his old age, counteracting Gnostics, in particular Cerinthus. That's why he wrote his Gospel, about the Logos not being a separate created demiurge, but the Logos was pros the Father. The Logos was the expression and plan of the Father, not a separate being, right? John was counteracting Gnosticism. We don't realize the backdrop of why John wrote this, the Antichrist. You see, when you read further in John, it says this: anyone that denies the Messiah came in the flesh is Antichrist. Well, Trinitarians will say, well, no, we believe that. We believe he came in the flesh. No, you don't. In fact, one translation says, anyone that denies that Messiah was fully human. Fully human. Trinitarians and cults like JWs preach this, that a pre-existent being was metamorphosized into the womb of Mary. Because of the angels' transgression in the days of Noah, Genesis 6, they were sent to condemnation. So Satan got his own back on all of us, making out that the Messiah was incarnated. He's having a big laugh. Could not the Father, who raised Adam from the dust, not raise up a prophet like Moses and transport the seed into Mary's womb? There's nothing impossible with the Father. In fact, we have no comprehension of the Father. Too often we look at things through the eyes of religion to comprehend the Father. We haven't got a clue. The Messiah was fully human. Antichrist people are those who profess the Messiah was a pre-existent being transported, whether being part of a Godhead or Michael the Archangel. That is Antichrist, the exact thing that John the Apostle was fighting against in his old age. The Messiah was fully man. That's why he called himself Son of Man. Ezekiel was called Son of Man. The devil has very, very cleverly assassinated the achievements of the man Yahushua HaMashiach, who you call Jesus Christ. Very, very clever. Have you really thought about this? In Matthew 4, Luke 4. If the Messiah was part of the Godhead or a co-creator, why on earth would the devil offer him as a temptation all the kingdoms of the world and their glory? Have you really thought about this? The man. Even Pilate said, Ecce homo. Ecce homo, behold the man. Pilate would have loved to have men like Messiah in his army. Brave men. So, what's this video about? Anyone, I don't care who they are, or what their credentials are, or their scholastics who preach Messiah was a pre-existent being are, in one word, Antichrist. End of story, period.